The Paris Peace Accords represent nearly 5 years of intricate negotiations, marking one of the longest processes in international political history and reflecting the complexities of diplomatic interactions. Engagements with international journalists, notably Minister Nguyen Thi Binh, provide valuable insights into the motives and perspectives of the Vietnamese delegation throughout the negotiations. This video emphasizes Minister Nguyen Thi Binh resilience and commitment to achieving peace, showcasing her as a significant female figure during a pivotal moment in Vietnam's history. Increased reconnaissance flights over Vietnam signal a rise in military activity and regional tensions. Official figures indicate a jump from 7,000 flights in 1968 to 11,000 this year. The legitimacy of bombing another sovereign nation comes into question, raising issues related to international law and the ethical implications of such military actions. There is no legal justification supporting U.S. operations, as both North and South Vietnam are recognized as a single entity. The evident frustration of the U.S. regarding the stalled Paris negotiations reflects a desire to display military strength ahead of upcoming elections. Bombing campaigns are perceived as tactics to pressure the North. The discussion turns to the evolving military presence in Vietnam, highlighting a substantial troop reduction and its implications for ongoing negotiations, raising questions about the legitimacy of American involvement. Debate arises around the legitimacy of the Saigon government, with arguments suggesting it was established primarily by American interests rather than representing the will of the Vietnamese people, underscoring issues of representation in negotiations. The significance of the Geneva Agreement is underscored, emphasizing its role in affirming Vietnam's identity as a unified nation and affecting the dialogue between North and South Vietnam, with historical recognition underpinning current political claims. Discussion continues on the potential collapse of the Paris peace talks, driven by changing dynamics stemming from America's military actions and the perceived lack of genuine drive for peace, which reflects broader geopolitical tensions. Respect for Vietnam's national interests and self-determination emerges as critical. Any imposed political regime would likely be rejected by the Vietnamese populace. Emphasizing the necessity of U.S. troop withdrawal, it is deemed essential for establishing any meaningful negotiations toward peace in Vietnam. The need for organizing free elections under international supervision surfaces as a viable solution to ongoing conflicts and political disagreements in the region. An international commission could oversee the election process, ensuring fairness and adherence to democratic standards, which may include deploying international police forces to maintain order during elections. A proposed temporary coalition government should incorporate representatives from various factions to accurately reflect the political landscape of South Vietnam, fostering peace and democratic values. The legitimacy of the Saigon government faces scrutiny due to its low electoral support, perceived alignment with American interests, and its commitment to peace, raising significant concerns. The speaker addresses the importance of political legitimacy and democratic choices in forming an interim government, underscoring the value of collective political dialogue. Concerns arise about the potential for violence and political repression following the withdrawal of U.S. troops, highlighting the essential need for national unity. The speaker contends that the Paris conference should suffice for addressing Vietnam's concerns, rejecting broader discussions that may complicate the situation further. The argument is made that a ceasefire will only be proposed if it serves the interests of the U.S. or the North Vietnamese government, revealing the strategic nature of these negotiations. Conditions for achieving peace necessitate the withdrawal of U.S. troops and empowering the South Vietnamese people to determine their own future, reinforcing the principle of national self-determination. Chemical warfare continues to inflict devastation on South Vietnam, resulting in significant casualties and long-term environmental damage, raising troubling questions about potential war crimes.